Several Arab states have offered to conduct airstrikes against militants in Iraq alongside the efforts of the United States, U.S. officials said Sunday, as the Obama administration sought to bolster its case for action against the Islamic State. The officials declined to identify which countries made the offers, but they said they were under consideration, as the United States begins to identify country roles in its emerging coalition against jihadists, who have declared a caliphate or Islamic State ruled under Sharia law in the heart of the Middle East. The addition of Arab fighter jets could strengthen the credibility of the American-led campaign in a region skeptical of how far Washington will commit to a conflict in which nearly every country has a stake. Looking after the coalition efforts, John Kerry said, "There are a few caveats and wrinkles to iron out first. All airstrikes against ISIS in Iraq have to first be cleared by Iraq's new Shiite-led government, which might be tricky with Sunni Arab governments like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. And the U.S. won't start its offensive campaign against ISIS until Iraq's government has followed through on its pledge to make Iraqi Sunnis feel more included and less persecuted." That strategy was outlined Wednesday by Obama in a primetime televised speech to the nation, in which he announced expanded US airstrikes in Iraq against IS, and said he envisaged new action against the radical group in neighboring Syria. Obama plans to train moderate Syrian rebels to take on IS and to reconstitute the Iraqi army, parts of which fled in his blitzkrieg across northern and western Iraq. Taiwan has also voiced its support for the international community's condemnation of the brutal acts committed by the militant group Islamic State, which has seized wide swathes of territory in Iraq and Syria. Opposed to all kinds of terrorism, Taiwan is concerned about the threat the Islamic State poses to the world, and supports the international condemnation of the militant group, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said in a statement Friday. Meanwhile, Iraq's president says Arab powers Egypt, the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia do not need to join airstrikes against the Islamic State group. In an exclusive interview with the Associated Press, President Fuad Mazzoum also expressed regret that Iran was not invited to take part in the 26-nation conference in Paris on Monday, to try to counter the Islamic extremists, who control vast parts of Iraq and neighboring Syria.